In classrooms all over the world, mobile devices are increasingly being introduced as an integral part of the teaching and learning process. Here in Morristown, Tennessee, students in Dr. Matthew Smith's chemistry class are using GoClass to explore organic chemistry concepts and better connect with their instructor and each other.
The ability for the students to share their work and for me to receive instantaneous feedback as to whether the students have mastered that concept is very important and very useful for me as an instructor. I can focus the students' learning in on what I think is important, build the foundation of those core concepts, and then expand on those core concepts in lecture and use lecture to be more engaging, develop critical thinking skills and the ability to analyze.
Created by LearningMate Solutions, GoClass uses common mobile devices including tablets, smartphones, and PCs, and an internet connection to unite the teachers, students, and learning content in a connected digital learning environment in and outside of the classroom.
It's really nice to have GoClass to make our class easier, to make us interact more. It's really a phenomenal tool to put into the class so that we can all see what we're all doing and we can all have a civilized discussion and actually see what people are talking about when they're saying things, and they can actually write it and we can see what's happening on our own screens.
GoClass really encourages a hands-on approach, which I much prefer over sitting in a lecture. I actually feel like I'm actively learning and developing problem-solving skills when I'm actually doing it in class.
Mobile devices are so ingrained in our society today, and they're so key to the way all of us absorb information that it just makes sense that we leverage those very same devices in the same models of understanding and searching and retrieving and absorbing information to our classrooms. Content can come from many places. GoClass can consume any or all of that content, and teachers become the curator of what goes into a GoClass lesson plan. GoClass delivers a data stream out of the classroom that tells you how your content is performing along with how your students are performing. And this data is then being used to inform how do we help students pay attention, who do we call on to bring them back on track in the classroom, and who do we need to help because we understand that they have a very specific misconception that is different from their peers. This data is key to transforming our classrooms today.
Applications like GoClass allow teachers to explore new teaching and learning techniques. A popular method is flipping the classroom, which allows teachers to task students with reading and homework assignments that help them navigate new concepts while class time is reserved for discussion and applied learning.
So instead of coming to a classroom and listening to a professor lecture, students take notes and then go home and work homework problems, it's backwards. I give them the lecture material, the videos, the terms, the definitions before they ever come to class so that they have a basic foundation, and then in class we build upon that basic foundation by working critical thinking, strategic planning problems. We give a standardized final that is constant from year to year, and the scores, or the student scores, from the traditional lecture to the flipped classroom have increased on that standardized final. I preach the flipped classroom wherever I go because I firmly believe in its approach and effectiveness, and I would not go back, and the students would not let me go back.
Good morning, Carrick Elementary.
GoClass is already making its way into K-12 classrooms. In Louisville, Kentucky, Shannon Stone's 4th grade class uses the application to participate in whole group reading discussions or as flipped sessions, allowing students to work at their own pace.
I am able to go very quickly to intervene with my students to help fix misconceptions and things that are showing within the program. The second thing that I really like about the program is the kids can use it at home. And so this year we've had a terrible winter. We've been at home a lot, and so the students have been able to log on and go ahead and continue their content, whether or not they're here in this building or if they're at home.
By using an inclusive teaching and learning app like GoClass, teachers and students can access all the tools they need to promote their success in one place. And because it's cloud-based, captured lesson plans and notes can be accessed anytime, anywhere.
Sometimes I feel like if we're going through an entire lesson and the parents know what our target statements are and what our target content is, then they're getting the same exact access that the students are getting. And so I think they're better able to help their students at home because they understand exactly what's going on in the classroom. There's no confusion or there's no disconnect there.
I have a son in the 4th grade who uses the GoClass app. I think that the GoClass app helps keep him engaged in the lesson because he is a very quiet child and he will sit back and maybe not raise his hand. Whether he understands or not, he may not let her know, but he's more engaged in the app and in the actual lesson.
I think it helps us, and if we do it in other classes, we'll get our grades up in different classes and not just in reading.
Right now we're learning about text structures. Sometimes when I go home, I get on GoClass and I didn't understand one video. I think it was a chronological order one, and I asked my mom if she could help me a little bit, and it actually works.
Consumer technology is driving change in every part of our lives. It's really, really important for us to embrace that change and to use it as a tool for encouraging people to learn rather than fighting it.
With the proper supports and in the right setting, all students can learn and succeed. Learn more today about the GoClass app, powered by LearningMate Solutions, redefining the classroom. For more information, visit goclass.com.